a regular type guy that's taking his time and checking quality, it'll probably take him 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
We have also a subcontractor crew that works for us. It's a father-son, and they can knock out a kitchen in 1 day with good quality.
Okay.
You know, I mean, they work hard and they work long days, and they've been doing it for years together. But it shows that it can be done. You know, with the right amount of process. You know, same process every job. You'll go in and you say this to the customer, and you set your tables up like this, and you know, or your tools up, and you go to work and you start here and you end there. You know, and you can roll right through them.
How do you pay the guys who do it, including the subcontractor?
Subcontractors are on a percentage of the job or of the contract.
Is it like
minus? It works
7, 8,
out
10%?
to about 10%. They end up with about 10%, but that's after we've taken out our administrative fee and any lead fees that we charge a customer or permitting fees or anything like that. They end up with about 10%. And then the hourly guys, or the employees, are all hourly.
Okay.
So,
how much do they make an hour?
it can range from 18 up to 25.
Okay.
Yeah. Some could be as high as 30, the trainers.
So if you've got a guy, I mean, just round numbers, if he's on a job for 40 hours in a week, and it's a one-man crew, and you're paying him $20 an hour, it's about $800 a week.
Mm-hmm.
So does that translate to an $8,000 job or a $12,000 or $15,000 job?
That should translate into at least a $15,000, $18,000, $20,000 job.
Okay.
If it was an $8,000 job, it might be like a lead job or something where there's a lot of that extra stuff where you got to put up all the plastic and wipe everything down, and there's a lot of process there that you got to do before you can even start refacing.
Right.
You know, there's a day on a lead job.
That's
almost
right.
that you lose. And
same thing on bathrooms for us, but
yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it really depends. The degree of difficulty sometimes is not shown in the price. You know, if there's just things woodworking wise that you've got to do to prep the kitchen, you know, we do have a fee for some prep. We call it an encapsulation fee if we're like having to cover the cabinets because they're lead, or pull the face frames off and replace them, or if they've got rounded corners on all the edges and we've got to, you know, square them back up.
Yep.
That's all included in that fee, but that's just a set fee.
Okay.
You know, so that fee there, then, you know, it could be 2 hours worth of work, or it could be 8 hours worth of work.
Yeah.
You know, it just depends, and it depends on your guys too. You really want guys that know how to use all the tools and can think on their feet and can think ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they can go measure all their doors when they first get to the customer's house, show them, make sure it's right so they don't waste your time if something went wrong.
Right.
And then measure every single door, make sure it's not damaged, place any orders right then that need to be placed so they can hopefully get there by the end of the week.
Yeah.
And then go and check the blueprint and make sure that whoever drew it measured it correctly and that those will fit. And do, you know, it probably takes about a half hour, maybe an hour of their time to do a check-in and, you know, check and make sure they got everything and that it's the right size. At that point, if you got people that are doing that religiously, they'll say, oh, this should have been that. And then, you know, what can I do to make that work there? Or there's no way, I got to order a new one.
Yep.
The really good guys will fix most everything like that, unless it's something really crazy, like they ordered the door 48 instead of, you know, 84 or something.
Right.
Or something, you know,
hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that would be a pretty big door, but but you know, if something like that crazy happened. But I mean, I've even had